What is going on, guys, and welcome to the first episode of this 16-week competition prep series where I'm competing for my first ever physique show at Bodypower on the 10th of May. Currently we're about just under 16 weeks out, so prep starts on Monday. Me and coach decided to go for a 16-week prep instead of a 12-week prep just because it gives us a lot more time to come in a lot slower and not sacrifice as much muscle if possible. So it's Saturday now and prep all starts on Monday. So in the minute we're in the gist of getting everything ready to start prep, making sure we're in the best position possible, getting all my foods ready, getting my weight ready, getting my mind ready for 4 months of dieting hard, training as hard as I ever have. So it's going to be a real tough 4 months for me. So I'm just going to go and do a weigh-in now and see what I'm weighing at the start of prep. I'm not sure what stage weight we're going to aim for. So I'm not sure how much weight we're going to end up losing, but after about 6-7 months of bulking up, I've managed to put on around about 10 kilograms. So let's see what we're weighing at right now. That's going to focus. So at the minute, we're weighing in around about 90.5 kg. Bear in mind, I was holding the camera, so probably holding around about 90 kg. I've been maintaining that weight for a while now. So I think that's a perfect point to start prep on. I'm not holding too much fat, even though I have bulked up for a long time. I've managed to keep it somewhat lean. So I've got to send my coach my original pics and videos now of what my physique's looking like before we start prep. So I'll prop the camera up next to it so you can see where I'm at around about 16 weeks out. And then in 16 weeks time we can look back at how much of a transformation we've made over the 16 weeks. So excited to start. After that physique update next, I'll go straight into a Q&A and answer some of your questions you answered over on Instagram.
Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start looking as a...
Alright guys, so I asked you all over on my Instagram to send in a load of questions, personal related or fitness related, for this Q&A, and you've shown some crazy support because I've got absolutely loads of questions through. I'll try and answer as many as I can, but obviously I don't want to drag the video out too long, so I won't be able to answer every single question. So I'll just try and pick the ones that are going to provide as much value as possible for the video. So let's get straight to it. Okay, first question, favourite muscle group to train and why? It would have to be chest. I'm strongest on chest, so that would probably help why, but chest is generally everyone's favourite day because when you get a chest pump, you literally look as best as you possibly can in the gym, and it's just the funnest to train. It's the least painful, but fun to train. Best back width exercises. Okay, so your main, obviously if you want to be building width in your back, you're going to be able to do pull down movements. So either a lat pull up, or a lat pull down. They're probably going to be your best 2 exercises in order to build width. I heavily suggest pull-ups big time because you can add on weights and progress that over the week, and it just really builds good width on your lats. Also, I suggest putting all of your pull down movements at the start of the session and leave your rowing movements towards the end so you can focus all of your energy when you're fresh at the start on your lat pull down movements if you really want to get your width on your back. Also try different variations, so instead of overhand grip, you try under on the side if you have those attachments at your gym. But another thing I'd really say in order to build width and big lats is mind muscle connection. Too many people just try and pull down straight away without initiating, retracting their scapula, initiating their lats before they even start the pulling movement, and this allows your biceps to take over and you don't end up building your lats because you're not actually engaging them and contracting them as well as they could be. So that's another thing. I just make sure you're really concentrating on mind muscle connection, and then you can start on the heavy weight and after that. So that's pretty much how you're going to build your width, by going heavy while still having a good mind muscle connection and putting them at the start of your workout. Next question. How to get out of bed in the morning when it's freezing? I'm gonna have to be doing that for the next 4 months probably, when I'm waking up at stupid o'clock to go do cardio, and it is still freezing if you live in the UK, so I feel you on that one. It's horrible to get out of bed in the cold, so only advice, probably set your alarm and put it somewhere where you have to get out of bed to turn it off. That's probably my best advice I could give. what cheat meal will you be having after your show? Now obviously I'm going to be dieting hard for 4 months without any cheats whatsoever, so I'm definitely going to be needing a big cheat meal after the competition. It will probably depend on what I'm craving on at the time, probably a Domino's pizza or a burger or something like that, or both, I don't know. See what happens when we get there, see what I'm craving. Do you ever bring supersets, drop sets into your workout? Are they effective? Yeah, they're definitely effective. I pretty much use some form of drop set or superset in every single one of my workouts, as it increases your intensity. One training technique I really like, which is a bit of a combination of the two, is FST7 training. If you haven't heard of it, it's definitely worth giving a go, as it will really change training up. It really makes it difficult if you haven't ever done it before. FST7 stands for fascia stretch training, and then the 7 stands for 7 sets. So it's 7 sets with 45 seconds rest, and you want to be placing that at the end of your workout. And the science behind it is created by Hani Rambod, one of the biggest trainers in the industry. Is you're going to be flushing as much blood into the muscle as possible, and this is going to stretch the fascia of the muscle, which is the outside layer, potentially allowing for more muscle growth. And it is just an absolute killer. It gets your heart rate up, it shocks the body into growth. So whether you're cutting or bulking, really worth giving that one a go. But otherwise, yeah, supersets, drop sets, definitely useful. Don't overuse them, as it will lead you to burn out, and then you won't be able to go as heavy on other sets and stuff. So predominantly place them towards the end of the workout if possible. And that'll leave you most energies, because you don't want to be doing a superset straight away as soon as you go in my opinion. But yeah, they are definitely useful, and they do have their place for sure. Are you taking steroids? I just think people should know the truth. Okay, I get asked this question quite a lot, and I did get it asked quite a lot also when I asked for the questions. I've got quite a few through. So I'm going to talk about steroids for the next few minutes, so if you're not that bothered, I'll put a timestamp on the screen that you can skip ahead to when the steroid talk's over. So the main question that you're probably all wondering, do I take steroids? No. Have I ever taken steroids? No. Will I ever take steroids? I don't know, I wouldn't be sure, maybe in the future. I just want to clear it up, this is all just my opinion. I have no issues at all with anyone who does take steroids or uses them. The only problem I have is when people lie about using steroids, which can be quite common in the fitness industry, as it gives people false expectations on what they can achieve naturally, as people claim to be natural when they're actually on gear, and people think they can get that, which I think is really, really bad. In terms of, it's really dangerous putting all these chemicals and hormones into your body, altering your hormone regulation. It's really dangerous, it's really taxing on your body. I really don't think it's worth it, just in terms of egotistical reasons, just to be big or just to look bigger or achieve a certain physique, like a beach physique, because that can easily be achieved by training hard, and you could do it naturally. If you train hard enough and you're consistent, you can get an absolutely unreal physique without the use of steroids. People just look for the shortcut, they can't be bothered to do the hard work. It's simple as that, so they hop on gear, ruin their bodies when they don't know what they're doing, just because they want the shortcut or the quick answer. In terms of me taking steroids in the future, if I go into this competition and the judges say I have a big future in this sport in terms of genetics and body structure, etc., and I could really make a big career out of this and go far in terms of like Olympia standards, then I would consider taking them in the future, as if you want to get on a pro level, you have to be doing what the pros are doing, which unfortunately is steroids. I wouldn't do them unless I was under a coach who really knew what he's doing, and I'd take blood tests and I'd do them properly. I wouldn't just chuck in random chemicals and compounds that I don't know what I'm doing and ruin my body completely, as the side effects are really not worth it. Unless you're going to go far in the competing world and make a career out of it. So yeah, that's all really. I heavily advise never to even think about doing steroids, as you can achieve an insane physique completely naturally without putting your body at risk and ruining hormones, because the second you put it in there, it'll never be the same again. So yeah, that's my opinion on steroids really. And yeah, bodybuilding inspirations. In terms of inspirations, in terms of physique and looking up to a physique, right now in current day and age of bodybuilding, probably Chris Bumstead. I think he's got a quality physique that I massively look up to. Romain Lansford, I think. In terms of men's physique, obviously I don't like the guy, but Jeremy Bundia, I think his physique is probably the best that's ever gone into men's physique, and it is absolutely unreal. And also Ryan Terry, his midsection is just crazy. In terms of old school bodybuilders, as this is like the kind of physiques that I actually rather in the golden era. I think they look a lot more aesthetic and pleasing. So I'd probably say Dorian Yates. In terms of his training, I think no one works as hard as him. So his work ethic is massive inspiration. I look up to that and how hard he used to train. He used to push it past limits, and that's how he got all that extra size and kind of bring that new era into the bodybuilding, so the size game. So yeah, Dorian Yates in terms of that, and then obviously you've got the older physiques like Frank Zane and Arnold. Their physiques were insane, so they're probably a bit more old school inspirations that I look up to. What else have we got? Quickest way to build your deltoids. This goes to say with any muscle group, if you want to grow it quick, you need to be hitting it more than 1 time a week. So if it's a weak body part, it's no good hitting it once a week. So you want to be hitting it at least 2 times a week minimum, possibly even 3 if you can fit it in. So shoulders, you want to be focusing on main pressing movements at the start of all your sessions. So a heavy dumbbell press is a really good one, or a military press. Because also your front delts get worked a lot in all pressing movements. So in your bench press and everything as well. So the main thing you really want to focus on to give yourself a real big rounded delt is laterals. So different types of laterals, whether that's dumbbell laterals, on the cables, and do lots of drop sets and mind muscle connection. I think for the side of your delts, lateral delts, that's what really builds them up, doing lots of drop sets and high volume work on that. So yeah, hit them more than 1 time a week and train them hard and place focus on them compared to other muscle groups if you want them to grow. Ever gonna do a powerlifting competition? I haven't ever considered it. Main goal at the minute is obviously for this physique competition, so bodybuilding. Possibly in the future. I can't say my lifts are that strong for my height and weight and age. Deadlift's probably my strongest out of the 3 main lifts because I can't really squat, and my bench I'd probably say is around about average. So maybe in the future, I don't know. How are you going about the cut when cardio is concerned? I don't do much cardio at the minute, if I'm honest. So in terms of the cut, I expect the first month I probably won't do that much cardio, because you don't want to use all your tools in one go, because then you'll have nowhere to go from, because you don't want to be pulling your cardio too high too early, as you'll have nowhere to go and increase it from, and you'll just hit plateaus too early on. So obviously it's going to be down to the coach on how much cardio I'm doing, so I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm sure it'll be some sort of low intensity steady state cardio, probably fast in the morning, and as we creep closer towards showtime, obviously the volume of cardio will increase quite a lot in terms of minutes and intensity and things like that. So not 100% sure yet, I'll have to wait on what the coach says. What was your training split during the bulk? Was there any muscles you were prioritizing? I was doing a bit of a modified bro split, which I know isn't ideal. I was doing chest on a Monday, I was doing back on a Tuesday, legs but quad focused on a Wednesday. Thursday I was doing upper chest and shoulders. Friday I was doing arms, and then Saturday I was doing another leg session, doing deadlifts, and then focusing on my hamstrings and doing abs and little other accessory movements with that. So that, I wouldn't say that's the most ideal split. It's what I enjoyed most. And obviously I was really prioritising on my upper chest and chest in general throughout this whole bulk, as it was a big weak point for me. My shoulders were always over dominating my chest, so that is the reason I was only hitting them once a week, and I was hitting my chest twice a week, especially my upper chest, as that's what I really wanted to bring up. And obviously legs twice a week as well, as I really want to bring them up as well for future, just in case I ever go into classic physique or anything like that, because you don't want to be having a big upper body and skinny legs. So yeah, that was what I was mostly prioritising, is upper chest. Next question, will you be having a coach for your competition prep? I did debate doing it completely on my own, but as it's my first ever competition, I'd much rather have a coach. I have the knowledge to get down very lean, like holiday lean, but I don't have the knowledge or the experience to get down to like stage lean. I don't really know how to do a proper peak week or anything like that, and having a coach is just going to help me stay on track, because they're going to hold me accountable each week. And they're going to probably sort my diet and make sure I'm losing the weight each week, and have the experience to change things when different things happen, because they'll know how to react when my body reacts to different things, whereas I won't, as I've never done a competition prep before. So I've decided to go with Josh Bridgman as my coach. I don't think there's pretty much many people better in the industry than him. He's done so many years of natural lifting, he's competed in so many competitions, he's got so much experience training naturally and everything like that, so I couldn't have more trust or confidence in a coach than I would have him. So hopefully me and him are going to bring the best possible package I can bring to the stage, and hopefully do really well in the competition of Bodypower. So yeah, Josh Bridgman, my coach. I'll put down all his Instagrams and YouTube below in the description, so make sure you go check him out, because he seriously knows his shit. So I couldn't trust anyone more than I could him going into this competition, really. What other questions have we got? Favourite time to work out at? Don't really get much choice in what time I get to work out at. It's always in the evenings, around about 7:30 till 9 o'clock. So I don't really get a choice. If I had to choose, it probably would be in the evenings or somewhere around the afternoon time, as I feel like I train a lot more effectively in the evening once I've got all my food in me, I've got lots of fuel, and I feel that's when I've got most energy in the evening, even if it is after work or anything like that. So, and the atmosphere in the gym is always best in the evening as well, so definitely the best time. Right, I think that is it for all the questions, because it's already at 15 minutes, so I won't drag it out too long. So thank you for everyone who sent in all their questions. I hope I could provide some value with answering some of those questions. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, as this is only the first episode. I've got 16 weeks of the prep coming up, so I'm going to be showing you how I'm cutting down. I'm going to be giving you weekly updates, tips on how to get ready for summer, as I'll be doing a little bit before summer, so I'll be able to give you some tips ready so you can get in shape for summer as well. So if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe and comment what video ideas you want to see throughout the rest of the prep.